and I've
Okay.
been teaching for such and such, and then tell us
All right.
why.
My name is Mike Piskel, and I am a teacher at Glenbrook North High School. This is my 32nd year at Glenbrook North High School. I've taught science all 32 years. I've taught general science, I've taught biology, and I've taught cognitive brain studies. And presently, right now, I'm teaching brain studies and cognitive biology. And can I start over? Good, good. Now usually I'm like one take Mike, just so you know, all right? I hope you have a big chip in there. All right. My name is Mike Piskel, and I'm a teacher at Glenbrook North High School. This is my 32nd year at Glenbrook North High School, and I teach biology and brain studies, and I've also taught general science and earth science in the past. And why did I get into teaching? Well, it started basically when I was a little kid, and I had a really deep love for the outdoors and nature, and I like to go into the woods around my house in Iowa where I grew up and spend time there, and I love to fish and hike and camp and all that stuff. And I really got into animals and studying about animals in the wild. And I asked my dad what kind of a job could I have if I wanted to, continue to study animals. And he said, well, you might want to be a science teacher. That'd be pretty cool. And that was back in 4th grade. So always in the back of my head, I always thought about being a science teacher simply because of my love for the environment. But as I grew up and went into high school, I was a bandy, and I was in marching band, and I actually got involved in a drum and bugle corps, and I had a leadership position in the drum and bugle corps. And we competed and traveled around the country, and I was the drum major of the drum corps, and I was a horn instructor for the drum corps, and just working with people and communicating ideas and having them respond in a positive way really got me intrigued in knowing that I wanted a job where I worked with people. And while I was pretty knowledgeable in science and okay in band, I thought I'd have a better chance at my education career if I went into science education than music education. And that worked out really well for me because I got to combine my love with people with my love with the outdoors and sharing that with kids. And it just kind of happened, it just kind of organically took place that I became a teacher, and I feel very fortunate that I made the career choice I do because I still like teaching very much even after 32 years.
Why do you continue to choose to teach after 32 years?
Well, why do I continue to teach? I think it's really important to note that teaching is a pretty simple yet complex changing thing that happens all along. So it's still very interesting to me. I get up every day. I have the opportunity to work with young people, which I find fascinating. I also find it very motivating to keep myself young. I feel like I can't just go into the classroom and talk the talk. I still have to walk the walk. So it's kept me very active with kids, and in raising my own child, I find it very interesting to look into their minds and see how they think about things. I think the teen brain is a pretty interesting brain in and of itself, in that there's such a huge transition going from childhood to adulthood, and that makes it intriguing. And so I like the craft of teaching. I like being with kids and sharing ideas and doing critical thinking and sharing and exploring new ideas with them. But at the same time, I like to get to know the kids as individuals, and I find that very interesting because I'm intrigued by teenagers. I know that there are people out there who said they wouldn't want to spend time with teenagers. I actually like to spend a lot of time with teenagers. It keeps me young, and I think they are very interesting people.
Fantastic.
Hold on one second. I'm just going to change up the shot a little.